What's up, guys, on YouTube? Another recap today. Like always, but another green day again. I am on a roll recently on a nice little green streak. I do these every once in a while. It's like I struggle for a little bit, a day or two, I take a decent loss or something like that, and then I don't know where I just like 10 days, just green, 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 green. One of these days, I did kind of close the one day where I made a recap. I was red, came back and made it green. So 3 days ago, technically, it should have been a red day. But besides that, this one maybe should have been a red day, 140 days. But look at these consistent gains: 500, 600, 60, 500, 400, 700, 200, and then I think another 5 or 700, something like that. So consistent gains. I traded good today. I traded decently good today. There's only one place where I knew the move was coming. I knew that trade was going to happen. I should have scaled in a lot bigger and really capitalized on that trade. And then maybe I missed a couple of good trades later on. One of them I knew I was calling it. I knew it, but I decided to just not take it anyways. But yeah, so, if you guys like these recaps, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, so please, 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 guys, if you like these videos, if you watch them, if they come up on your feed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Helps me out. And then any questions, guys, comment them down below. I think every time somebody asks a question, I find a way to help them out. And so anything you guys need, let me know down below. If all like always, if you guys want to watch me day trade live right here on YouTube, completely free. I know that most of the people that watch me trade live absolutely love it. We have such a fun time. And all of that. So right here on YouTube or tradecaster.com, which is where the majority of people are, you will get asked for a payment. Just hit the big X on top. You don't need to even put your credit card in to watch me trade live. Anyways, finishing $484 with 99 cents. And I currently have like a SPY put open that's up like 70%. So I'm letting that one ride. But like I always say, I don't include options on here. But I'll show you guys where I jumped in on that one. So I guess I will go over Beats, which is my number one stock today. I made $535 on this one, and it was pretty much the only stock I really traded. So market open, market opened, and this stock wanted to go. I was patient, not trading the first 2-3 minutes of the market open. Even on this candle, I was like, this thing could just spike up to highs, but it's more likely for it to fail than for it to spike, and I'm not going to be caught up in a flush. That thing flushed, pulls back down, but it kept holding VO up and starts curling up. At that point, I'm like, if this thing goes, it's going to want to go. And so this thing decides to spike. Now, this is a play that I would have added bigger share size if I would have really seen it, really capitalized on it. Oh, I forgot I kind of reclined my seat a little bit. Hold on. Like leaning back. Oh, that's too much. Perfect, just perfect. Right here. So I don't usually buy the candle breaking out now. There's been a lot of flushes. Market is not that type of market right now. So I've been waiting, but this one, because we already tried once, flushed, held it, curled back up, I kind of felt confident for a new high of day. So this thing starts spiking here. I get my first entry right there at 212, kind of that pivot there. Looking for 218 to break, that's high of day. And then this thing breaks that pivot, that new high of day, closes as high as possible, and pulls back. Clean pullback right there. And that right there was the play that I should have added, 5,000 shares, 3,000, 4,000 shares, 5,000 shares. I should have, maybe even more. But I didn't. I only added 2,500, and I was kind of late to that. I added them right there at 220. I could have gotten an ad down there again, 215, 214. That's an extra 5 cents. And bigger share size. I didn't really step on this one. We had already tried, failed. We held it, curled back up, big squeeze, good volume. Look at that volume on that candle there, and then nice little pullback to new high days. So I took that trade there. It was good. Got the winner. Got myself up green, probably $200, $300. I think at the most I was up 300 up here, but obviously I stopped out. And then I tried it again here, pulls back down, and this one I did the good job, right? This thing drops to 215. I snipe at 216 entry. snipe that bottom, 222, 225, stop out at 218. So this thing again, if this one would have gone, I should have jumped in bigger share size. If this one goes back up to high days, I'm loaded with another 2,000 shares. But unfortunately it didn't, so I stopped out on that one. Looks like I had 1,500 shares left as a runner. Then this thing was pretty heavy. This thing was heavy. I kept saying on stream, this is a flush, this is a flush, and this is a flush. This stock is having a lot of sellers um, in it. Obviously, this move here was a little bit earlier. We kind of created a bottom here, kind of even you could say inverted head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, but I don't really look at those. I just see a straight up flat bottom here. Bounces, reclaims VWAP. Now the important thing here is look at this squeeze right here through VWAP with that volume, right? That volume is a lot more than all of this consolidation right here. If this would have had a lot of volume, that's telling me one thing. That's telling me that a lot of shorts are adding here for that next move down. But because there's low volume, nobody's adding. Nobody's shorting. They got their move already. They're covering. And then it spikes back up with bigger volume. So now I'm looking for the pullback down to VWAP, pullback down to any kind of pivot, kind of this area here. You can see a lot of points here, 206, 206, 206, kind of respects 206, flushes through 206, and then reclaims 206, and that's where I'm buying right there. So first entry there, 208, and then 205, a little bit lower. And this is what I did, where I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't do it yesterday, and I didn't do it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where I added on a stock. It wasn't working. I cut it, took a loss, added again. It didn't work as well. It was kind of bouncing between the pivot. I cut it, took another loss. I was down like $120 on that stock. And then I re-added at the exact same play within 5-10 cents of the pivot the whole time. And then that trade put me up $300 on the day. So that last trade put me up $450 on the day. But because I had taken those paper cuts, it was only a $300 winner. And so I started seeing, hey, maybe I shouldn't take these paper cuts. Maybe I know what my pivot is. I just got to believe in it, trust in it, and know that if I just pops down a little bit, I'm okay with being red, but I'm going to still defend that pivot and add. And that is what I did here. So I added there, went into the red. I almost was so close to stopping out, but I was like, this is the pivot, this is the pivot, this is the pivot. I just, out of like trader intuition, bought again. And it worked. I bought again, 205, starts popping back up. I did the bad thing there of taking some out, 204, so I guess those were even scratch, even trade there. Lost a penny, but then it actually came back up. It actually worked, and unfortunately I took them all out right there at 207, but did get a move back up to 215, 217, so a 10-cent move there, nailing the bottom. That was good. And then I did it again, and this is the one that helped me. This is the one that was picture perfect again. Similar thing. This trade is exactly the same thing as this trade. Pull back down, I add it. Pulls back down, I add it. Didn't stop out, didn't stop out. Pulls back down more. I'm believing in my pivot, 218. Believing in my pivot, 206. Pulls back down. I punch the buy button again. I punched the buy button again, and even better on this one, I believed it, and I got the resolution, and I got the trade. It completely returned. It completely returned. This one I stopped out. This one I held them. That was 5,000 shares there at 209, 219, sorry, 219. Wasn't the lowest entry, honestly, but still perfect entry. Pivot I was looking at was 218, so my entry being 219 is perfect. Yeah, it dropped down to 216. But I get that trade, it starts curling back up, and then I start taking some shares out. And this one, again, I had 2,000 shares for runners. So that's a pretty big chunk of that trade there, letting them run. But obviously it didn't go all the way, but that right there put me another $200, $300 on the day. And then right here, simple break it down trend there, trying to scoot, nail this bottom here and watch that curl. Got out a little too early, did get that move. The one I missed was this one right here. Kind of the biggest downtrend on the day. Downtrend, 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 downtrend. Finally breaks out of it. There wasn't really a big pullback on it, so that's probably why I didn't take it. But somebody on stream mentioned it and called it out right there. And somebody else did take it, so that was a clean trade that I missed. And after that, stock was just going choppiness all day long sideways. But yeah, I believed in myself on that second trade. I fixed my mistakes, got it done, and nailed a good trade there. Now this thing did not rip, but on any other day this thing pulls back like that, this thing will rip through here, give me your high days 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents squeeze, maybe $1 on, depends on what stock we're talking about. But good trade there. AMTD is my other stock. I lost 50 bucks here. I just realized my momentum scanner is on my video. I guess it doesn't impact that much. Whatever. AMTD. This one out of the gates decided to go. Looks like I took a small scalp there. 2 3 cent winner. And then I gave profits back on this one. I gave trying to catch the dip here, trying to catch the dip there, going the way back up. But the one that did surprise me was this one, and this is the one I gave it all back. So about 227 sold 224, only 3 cents of profit, but I was in with 3,000 shares. But this one kind of has a nasty flush, finds support at VWAP, and then reclaims it. That's a green engulfing candle with decent volume. Didn't have as much volume as that red candle, but when you get a big move like that and it completely reverses all the way to the top, I thought this next candle was a 1 minute pullback, a micro pullback, and this thing was going to rip to new highs. I would take that trade any other day. When I see a big move like that, that's hold on. When I see a big move like that, the engulfing candle and the next ones, I usually will take a trade and watch that next leg up. Fortunately, it didn't happen. That one did catch me by surprise, but this one was also following HKD, and HKD is all over the place. So at that point, I was like, I'm not following this one because if HKD decides to freaking halt down and go down $50 a share, $100 a share, this thing is gonna halt down and put me into a red trade. So I was like, you know what, I'm avoiding this one. And that was it. ATXG had a very nice opening in the morning, but that was the same time that I was trading Beat. And so I was watching for Beat, and I missed this whole move right here. I completely, you can see no trades on it, and very clean move, $1 a share, almost $2 a share from 5.6 to 7.50. Missed all of it. Didn't even trade, and then this one didn't even set up for another trade. I mean, kind of pulls back, consolidated, but never had that next leg up. We're not having a stock that goes up, pulls back, ups, pulls back, ups, pull back. We're not. We're having a big squeeze. Sellers get pissed and then short the crap out of the stock, and then you have this choppiness all day long. Choppiness. You have this choppiness all day long. MEGL. Sorry about this. I mean the kind of that I just remembered. MEGL. This thing moved cleanly. This thing moved cleanly. Pretty nice pivots here, here, here. There's a nice flag. But when I tried buying this one, Thinkorswim does not let you buy market orders on the stock. And with everything that was going on, nasty flushes and all that stuff, I don't trust myself with limit orders. I don't want to be buying to a stock instantly flushes 10, 20, 15, 30 cents, and I don't have a panic way to get out. And so for that reason, I was like, you know what? I cannot trade the stock. I'm not trading it. Sure, I saw a lot of opportunities. Sure, I see a lot of clean trades, but unfortunately, I just didn't want to do it. And I'm okay with that. I have plenty of trading days ahead of me where I'm going to have stocks where I can market in, market out with no issue. And if I miss $200, $300 here, maybe $1,000 here, I'm okay with that. As long as I don't put myself into an uncomfortable position and potentially risk maybe even more than that. So that's just part of the game. If I don't like it, if I don't feel comfortable, I'm not gonna trade it. Like HKD, HKD is a monster of a stock. A lot of people are like, dude, HKD is gonna go back up. HKD this, HKD that. It might, but this thing is, it's not something I want to trade at all. Anyways, that concludes the recap, guys. Another $500 day on a very nice streak right now. So hopefully we can keep this up tomorrow, and then that'll actually be 2 weeks straight green days. If you guys like this recap, make sure you hit that like button. Any questions, comment down below. Live stream every morning. Hit that notification bell or on tradecaster.com. Thanks for all the support, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow during the live stream or the recap. Y'all have a good rest of your day.